Welcome back to Good Day. I am here this morning with Chris Hardy with the Albany Chamber of Commerce. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good.
Good. So we've got a lot of good events coming up with the Chamber. Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Well, our biggest event that we have coming up now, it's our signature event we've been working on for several months now. It's our 104th annual meeting. Our Chamber's 104 years old. This will be our 104th annual meeting. It's one we're really excited about. We have a keynote speaker named Bill Graham.
Great.
His company is Graham Communications, but what a lot of people in this area don't know that he's really known for is he was the production designer for Procter & Gamble, who does the soap operas Guiding Light, As the World Turns, General Hospital, and his screenwriters that he supervised, because he was the lead communications team, they won 5 Emmys out of 7 years. So he's that's what he's something he's really known for, but he also does a lot of keynote speaking for chambers of commerce across the country, a lot of corporate communication programs and their events and conferences as well. I talked to him on the phone the other day. Very dynamic guy, very energetic. Just kind of gave him a little bit of background about our community, our strengths and weaknesses, because he's going to tailor a lot of his presentation to our community and how it relates to us, everywhere from how we communicate with each other to for everyone to be successful, to providing more leadership. And that's something that's going to be a big focus for the Chamber in 2014, that we're actually going to make a big announcement at the annual meeting regards to leadership development, something we're very excited about. So it's going to be a great time, but we're also going to be giving away our awards that we do every year as well.
Very good. Well, now that we're in 2014, and believe it or not, we're almost a month down. What are some of the goals that the Chamber has, other than leadership that we talked about, for this upcoming year?
Well, I think other than the new program that we're going to be announcing at the annual meeting, one of our largest goals that we have this year is focusing on small business. It's something that we've always needed to do. We've been trying, and I think we've done a good job. You can always do a better job, no matter what you're working on. But we're working on a couple of programs, specifically a buy local program. And it's not a campaign in the sense of it's going to be a short term or seasonal. This is going to be a buy local program that we've been started discussing since last year. There's going to be a lot of meat to it. We've been inviting different categories of business, retail, service, what have you, and kind of talking to them and getting their feedback, rather than so few people around the table saying, oh, I think they need this, I think they need this. We want to hear directly from them. So we've been inviting them to the meetings, kind of getting some feedback from them, finding out what it is that they need, how we could, forge this program around the needs of small businesses. That's going to be a major focus as well. And another focus is just continuing to be out in the community. That we had our staff was represented at the Martin Luther King celebration yesterday evening. It's just that type of thing. As small as it may seem, it goes a long way in being a part of the community that we serve.
Great. And I want to hold you on that. We have to go over for some local news right now, but when we come back, we're going to hash out a few more details about this upcoming meeting on Thursday, and we'll find out some more chamber secrets when we come back with Chris. But first, on over to Kelly. Welcome back to Good Day. Once again, I am joined with Mr. Chris Hardy with the Chamber of Commerce here in the Good Life City. Chris, thanks for joining us this morning. We love having you here. We're talking about the 104th meeting that's coming up. It's an annual meeting, correct?
Right. Yeah. It's our signature event. Every chamber does an annual meeting regardless of when it's held, because we're on a calendar year. Ours is always going to be in January. It's actually in our bylaws that we have our annual meeting in January. But this is, it's again, as we talked about earlier, it's an event that we're always excited about because it's our largest event of the year as far as the number of attendees. But this one is, aside from our keynote speaker that we're having this year, and we had a fantastic one last year as well. We also do some pretty important awards that we're excited about as well. For about 4 or 5 years now, we've been doing the Lifetime Service Award. We'll be presenting that one at the meeting. We'll also be presenting the Nonprofit of the Year. And we'll also be presenting the Ambassador of the Year. Those are our 3 most predominant awards that we provide. We do the Small Business of the Year award, but that's at our Small Business Celebration during Small Business Week in May. We're also going to be, it's just kind of also, aside from the awards and the keynote, it's really just kind of a celebration of 2013 as far as, discussing some of our successes that we had in 2013, looking forward to some things that we're going to be doing in 2014, but also celebrating the leadership that we had. Our volunteer leadership, whether it be our, executive committee, board of directors, but, those are certainly important, but it's also important the leadership that we have amongst our committees and divisions. The chairman of those committees, really shape what our body of work does.
Absolutely.
Along with their committee members, of course. So we'll be, celebrating them, recognizing them, honoring them. Along with, every year we have several board of directors that will retire their service. Our terms are 3 years of service on the board. So we have several that are going to be retiring off, or did retire off in December, and we're also going to be recognizing those that are coming on board. We have 7 new board of directors this year.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, so that was, whether it be due to retirement or what have you, but we also added a new division this year. So we added a new one additional position, but it's just a time for us to celebrate 2013, everything from our body of work that we did as far as overall program successes and to our volunteer leadership.
Great. Well, Chris, thanks for joining us this morning. I'm excited to hear about how the meeting goes on Thursday night. I'm sure you'll be back next week to let us know.
Come on out.
I might have to do that.
Well, it'll be at Thursday, January 23rd at the Hilton Garden Inn.
Okay.
We're going to start off with a just kind of a networking reception at 5:30, and then it'll go into the program at 6:30. $60 per attendee. Members and non-members are welcome to attend.
Great.
We want as many people to come out and check everything out and have a good time and celebrate with us.
Great. Well, now you've got plans for Thursday night if you didn't before. Right now we're going to head over to Kelly for a look at some state news. Kel?